Hey everybody, welcome to Read with Us. My name is Kiara. I'm one of the Full House leaders and I'm super pumped to give you guys this week's Psalm, which is Psalm 3. So why don't you grab your Bibles? I've got my Bible here, a paper Bible, and read along with me, Psalm 3. So this is what it says. Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. I call out to the Lord, and he answers me from his holy mountain. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear though tens of thousands assail me on every side. Arise, Lord, deliver me, my God. Strike all of my enemies on the jaw, break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessing be on your people. Awesome. So there we go. There's Psalm 3 for you. And what I want to do this week is actually bring you guys along with me to what I like to do in my own Bible study and give you guys some practical tips that maybe you want to implement in your own. But what I like to have for my own Bible study is having a journal to jot some of the things down, a pen of course, and a permanent marker and a sticky note for later. But first thing I like to do after reading the chapter or verse is write down 2 questions. The first question is, what does it say about God? And I love about this question is that I'm able to reflect on who God is and learn more about his character. Because man, the Bible is full of who God is and his character. And we can grow deeper in it, which is so good. So reflecting back on the chapter that we just read, what does it say about God? Is that God is a shield. Verse 3, but you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. So that's what I like to write down, that God is a shield around me. Another thing that King David says about God is that I call out to the Lord and he answers me from his holy mountain. Awesome. Is that no matter if you call out to the Lord, that he is a God that answers. So that's another thing, another character of God is that he's a God that answers. And so that's the first question that I like to think about is that, God's character. What is this chapter revealing about God's character? The second question that I like to put on the page is, what does it say for me? And what this question is all about is like, what are the promises from God for me? And if God is a shield, like what King David says in verse 3, that means that I'm protected by God. So that's one thing that I will write down under that question. Another thing is that if God answers my prayers after I cry out to him, that means I can turn to him whenever I'm in trouble or I need an answer, is that, I can turn to him and he'll give me an answer, which is so good. So those are 2 things that I like to do when I'm breaking down a chapter or a verse from the Bible, and hopefully you want to implement that. But another thing that I like to do whenever I read the Bible or, after watching, Full House Youth and maybe the preacher says something really good and I want to remind myself, I like to grab one of these post-it notes and a permanent marker and write, the verse or the phrase that they said, so then I can remind myself and put it up on my wall. But for this psalm, the verse that I want to remember is verse 3. Awesome. So easy. Psalm 3 verse 3. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. So I write that down on a post-it note and stick that up on my wall for later use. And what I love about this, it helps me to be reminded of who God is and reminded of the promises from God. And so that's the 3 things that I like to do in my Bible study. And maybe you want to implement it in your own. But I pray that as you guys go into the Bible and read more in his word, that you find more about God's character, find a deeper knowledge and a revelation of who God is, and also find the promises from God. But hope you guys have a great week. Hopefully these were helpful, and we'll see you at Full House at home on Friday.